Each July, over 125,000 people converge on State College, Pennsylvania for the Central Pennsylvania Festival of the Arts. Here they celebrate all areas of the arts, complete with sidewalk sales, street vendors, exhibitions, gallery exhibits, and art performance of all types. Today we're going into the Discovery Space Center. The Discovery Space Center has a mission to provide engaging science experiences which spark creativity, imagination, and curiosity. This new Space Center is designed for children of all ages to find out all about space. So let's listen in now for Michael Policelli, a graduate student in aerospace engineering, as he's showing the launch vehicle fairing and upper stages of the rocket propulsion system as well as the Lunar Lion itself.
Actual craft. I'll show you a better picture in the next slide. This is just the tip of the rocket, and there's a couple stages in there. Just how you saw the nose cone come off and the second stage separate, this is what we're going to do for this mission. So, I'll actually show you this one first. This is a model of our actual spacecraft. Now, we've already designed this, and we have a design that works, and we know that we can build this, and we're in the process of moving forward. And this is the actual design system. So this much gets into space, and we can use any number of launch vehicles to get this part into it. Once that happens, once we're in low Earth orbit around the Earth, we're going to separate, explosives bolts will fire, and then it'll come apart. These pieces will fall back down to Earth just as you saw in the video. This is what our craft looks like when it's orbiting around the Earth. So this is the system that you're seeing right here. This is called the TLI stage. That's a translunar insertion. This will give us enough energy to get from going around the Earth to get to going all the way out to the Moon. So this is going to fire for about 90 seconds. And we're going to be getting up to about 5,600 miles an hour. Just to appreciate how fast it is, when you're going on the highway with your parents, and they're driving at highway speeds, about 60 miles an hour. In 60 seconds, you'll go 1 mile. If you were riding on this, in 60 seconds, you would go 100 miles. You would go in about 2.5 minutes all the way to the Jersey Shore. And not the Jersey Shore town, the actual ocean. At this point, after it's done firing, this will separate from our stage, and then this will continue on to the Moon. This is the point where you see it right here. So the blue thing on top is the solar panel. These are fuel tanks around the side. There's cameras that look down. There's a high gain antenna that will come up that will provide us faster data rates. There's a camera that will come around that can do panning and 360 imaging. And there's a bunch of antennas, and then I'll show you this afterwards. It's the what's called the reaction control system. This is how we turn in space. It's how we orientate ourselves and turn towards the sun during the mission. Then, so if we just went from the Earth, we'll be going towards the Moon. And this is going to take us 5.5 days. Even at moving at 5,600 miles an hour, it's still going to take 5.5 days, almost a week to get to the Moon. That's how far away it is. Does anyone know how far away the Moon is, roughly? It's about 250,000 miles away. So once we get to the Moon, we have so much speed we need to slow down again. That's why it takes yet another rocket engine to actually slow down so we don't slam into the Moon. So at that point, this is going to fire, this engine over here, the one that you see here, and that's going to slow us down from going into the Moon. In about 30 seconds, we're going to be going from 5,600 miles an hour to about 0 relative to the Moon. So, if the Moon was over here, we'd be flying towards it, and we're going to fire, and we're going to essentially stop for a second. Then we're going to start to free fall. We don't need this extra engine anymore, so that's just going to fall down to the Moon. Then we'll use our liquid system to actually slowly go down, just how the Apollo missions did. Once we're there, we can take our moon casts or take our high definition pictures and video. And then once we're happy with our initial spot, instead of having a rover like a lot of the other teams and how you saw in that first video, we're just going to actually use our same liquid system, pop up again, move the 500 meters, land, and then take another moon cast.
Back outside at the Arts Festival, we find another fan in artist Peter Songer of Delaware, whose ceramics and moonscapes also show the appreciation of the efforts of the Penn State Lunar Lion.
To the moon, Alice!
The excitement of the Penn State Lunar Lion mission has captured the imagination of everyone at the Central Pennsylvania Festival of the Arts.